everybody, welcome to Ascari. We're very excited to bring to you this evening our collaboration dinner with Masseria Frattasi wines from Campania in Italy, courtesy of Perugini Wines here in Toronto. We're really excited to bring you this winter menu paired with these Southern Italian wines. We've taken inspiration from some Northern Italian regions, but really taken into account the character of the wines and putting these dishes together for you tonight. We're gonna spend some time walking through the execution of these dishes, basically the assembly and reheat of the dishes. We've put in all the hard work and all the flavor. You're gonna make it beautiful in your own home. So first we're gonna take a look at what's inside the box you received, and then we're gonna get in the kitchen and get started. We're gonna walk you guys through all the ingredients you're gonna find in your box. We have 3 courses, appetizer, main course, dessert. So for your first course, the crespelle at Trevigiano, we have your crepes. These are folded in quarters gently in a bag. So we're just gonna unfold those before we make our appetizer. In those crepes, you're gonna be putting these soft onions, which we've cooked down for you. We have some gorgonzola cheese. We have a shallot vinaigrette that's gonna be for the radicchio salad that goes on top. Little white anchovy, also for that radicchio salad with these toasted hazelnuts. Then we have Treviso radicchio sliced very thinly for you here, and then this will go inside your crepe, and then we have the leaves for the salad on top here. So that's your first course. So it looks like a lot of ingredients, but it's just a lot of components. Everything's already done. For the main course, we have your braised venison right here, 2 portions in the package. This will get heated in the bag, so it's very important. Do not cut these bags open before we begin heating, okay? Same thing with this. This package that says beurre fondue, this is the sauce for the gnocchi. And then here we have the gnocchi in a package, made, ready to go, already cooked. We're just gonna be warming that through in the kitchen. On the bottom of the plate for the main course is gonna be this parsley root puree, already done. Again, don't open these bags. And then for garnish, some Brussels sprout leaves, which we'll be warming gently, and some gremolata, that's some orange zest and parsley that's been dried out, and that's gonna be our garnish on top. For the dessert, we have your sfogliatelle ricci. This is already done, already filled, ready to go. When the meal's over, you're just gonna open this up and enjoy. So there's all the ingredients in your box. It will be listed on a recipe card in your box as well. You can refer to that at any time. And now let's get in the kitchen and start cooking. Welcome to the kitchen here at Ascari King. We're gonna get started on assembling our crespelle Trevigiano. So this is basically a simple crepe filled with onions, radicchio, and gorgonzola cheese. We're gonna roll it up, we're gonna warm it up in the oven, and put a fresh salad of radicchio and white anchovy on top. So the first thing I'm gonna do is remove the 2 crepes provided in the bag. Just be very delicate with them. We're gonna unfold them. I've just got a cookie sheet here with a piece of parchment paper on top. That's fine. You can just use a straight cookie sheet as long as you're happy with how clean it is. You could also use like a large pan. You're just gonna be using this to pop it in the oven and warm it through. So I have my 2 crepes. The first thing I'm gonna put down is a small line of these soft onions right on top. We're just gonna make a nice line right down the middle, half on one, half on the other. Just spread it out nice and evenly. And these soft onions are gonna add a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of earthiness, a great contrast to the bitter and saltiness that's with the radicchio and the cheese. So after I've done that, I'm going to take some of this radicchio that we've sliced up for you and put a generous amount on each one, right down the middle. You want to use up all the sliced radicchio. No, don't forget, these fresh leaves we have for you, this is for the salad on top. Don't put these inside, okay? And then we're going to take some of our gorgonzola cheese, one of the most beautiful blue cheeses made on the planet from northern Italy, and we're going to spread that evenly again over top. Now, if you don't love blue cheese, you can leave it out. I strongly recommend you don't. And if you want to put it all on there, that's great. You can put a little less if you want. This is up to you. We recommend the amount we gave. We think it should have a generous amount of cheese. Spread it evenly across. Great. Okay, put this to the side. And now we're gonna put a little bit, you've got a container of toasted walnuts here. I'm gonna put a little bit of the inside and we're gonna reserve some for the salad as well. So some's gonna go on the inside here. Just a little sprinkling for some crunch. And then we're gonna roll these up. So the easiest way is just to fold it over and give it a small pinch to the middle for both of them. Roll it over and drag it back, give a small pinch. And then finish your roll. And you should look nice and tidy like that. You make sure you get that little tuck in before you finish the roll over. And now it's ready to pop in the oven. It's gonna go in the oven for 4 to 5 minutes at 375. You need to check on it. Some ovens are hotter than others. All you're trying to do is melt that cheese and get everything really, really warm, okay? So off to the oven we go. While that's in the oven, we're going to dress our salad. So we're gonna take our radicchio leaves, our shallot vinaigrette that we provided for you, and we'll have the rest of our walnuts, and these white anchovies are for garnish on top, okay? So we're gonna put our radicchio into the bowl. We're gonna put the rest of the walnuts we have left over into the bowl. And we're gonna shake up the vinaigrette and pour it on top. You may not need all the vinaigrette we've provided. And you're just gonna take a spoon and give a gentle mix. And now this is prepared for when your crepes come out of the oven. All right, so our crepes are warmed through. I'm gonna pull them out of the oven. It's been about 5 minutes. You can see they're getting a little bit brown and crispy, and the cheese is nice and melted inside. So of course I have a hot tray, so I have a towel down underneath so I don't burn my counter. And I'm just taking a long lifter like this, and I could use a big spatula too, or a hamburger lifter, whatever you got. The point is I just want to lift this whole thing without having it fall apart and put it neatly on the plate. There we go. Perfect. I'll move the tray out of the way. And now we're going to dress with the white anchovy in the salad. So you've got 2 anchovy fillets in here that have been sliced in half. You're going to put each half lengthwise down the crepe so that every bite gets a little bit of anchovy, okay? So we'll do that for each one. Beautiful. This white anchovies are one of my desert island ingredients. I can't live without them. I love them so much. Bright, fresh, fishy, umami, all in one. And now we're gonna take this salad that we've made here, and we're gonna just do the same thing and dress the top of our crepe with it again, so that every bite of the crepe gets a little bit of crunchy, fresh, beautiful, bitter and sweet radicchio. So the great thing about radicchio is it's a winter vegetable because it grows throughout the summer, but it really shouldn't be picked until the first frost. After the first frost is when it gets really, really sweet and becomes more tender as well. So we always eat it in the winter time in our house. And just get the rest of that dressing and those nuts on top. And there's your appetizer, crespelle al trevigiano. This is gonna go beautifully with the falanghina from Frattasi. I can't wait to have them together again. Like the white anchovy, the gorgonzola, the radicchio, really, really beautiful pairing. And that is your finished dish. Okay, for our main course this evening, we have cervo brasato, so that's a braised venison dish. We've done the braising for you. All we're gonna do this evening is warm it up. So you've seen that everything's come in these beautiful vacuum packed bags with labels just like this. So to warm up the venison, you're gonna drop it right into a pot of slowly simmering water. It doesn't have to be a rumbling boil. We're also gonna warm up the gnocchi and the parsley root puree in the same way. So just gonna drop those right in, and they'll warm up actually really quickly like that. And then for those of you that didn't get the braised venison, and you got the vegetarian option, we have some roasted hen of the woods mushrooms for you. So you received the hen of the woods mushrooms. We're going to cook those off now. I'm going to get a pan on high heat with some canola oil. We're going to open up with a pair of scissors the bag of hen of the woods mushrooms. So these are maitake mushrooms. That's the Japanese name. In English, we call them hen of the woods. Okay. They smell super nutty, really, really beautiful. They're cultivated in Ontario, but they're a traditional Japanese mushroom. These are going to provide that beautiful roasted umami flavor. It's going to go great with the alianico, just as well as the venison will. So we're going to get this hot. We're going to drop these in the pan. No seasoning yet, okay? You've received, if you got 2 orders, you'll receive, oops, drop my scissors there. You received 2 packages, 1 for each person. So we're going to put these in the pan, and we're just going to roast them till they're golden brown. Everyone else who has the venison, there we go. We are going to now warm up the gnocchi. So you got your mushrooms started, your venison's in the water getting hot, your parsnip puree and your gnocchi are also in the water getting hot. You now have this other package labeled beurre fondue. This is just a simple butter sauce we prepared to warm your gnocchi with. You're just going to push the sauce down so that you can cut the top open. And I'm going to cut just half the top like that. And we're going to pour this into another frying pan. And the frying pan should not be on yet, okay? It's going to look really thick, but as we warm it gently, it's going to turn into a beautiful, beautiful sauce. Okay, so now I'm going to turn my pan on. I'm going to turn it on low. I'm just going to give it a stir. You can use a spoon. I'm just going to give it a stir like this. Very, very gently warm that through. Turn it down a little bit. And I'm going to take a look at my mushrooms here for the vegetarians out there. And you see how it's golden brown like that? Okay, we're going to flip all those over. Now that they're golden brown, I'm going to add a little bit more oil to the pan. And again, no seasoning yet. When we cook mushrooms, we roast them and then we season them after. That way we get a nice, beautiful golden brown. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. So now that my butter sauce is warmed through and all melted, okay, I'm going to take the gnocchi out of the water and I'm going to drop it in the pan to warm up, okay? So with a pair of tongs, I'm going to grab my gnocchi, which have been warming through. You can probably grab the bag. It's not going to be that hot. And we're going to snip the top of this bag open. And we're going to drop this gnocchi right into that butter sauce. Again, the butter is just a vehicle to warm the gnocchi, lubricate it a little bit. Let me watch my heat on my mushrooms here. Maybe give these another turn over. You're looking for brown, beautiful, golden brown on all sides. Okay, these are kind of like sponges, so you might need to keep adding a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter to finish is okay too. There we go. And at the same time, you're just going to gently stir with a spoon your gnocchi. Get them all separated in the oil, in the butter. Okay? You're not going to use all this butter sauce on the plate, and be careful to be delicate because these gnocchi are cooked, so they're going to be really soft, okay? There we go. Beautiful. And now, the venison in the water and the parsnip puree should be plenty hot. So we're going to finish our mushrooms with salt and pepper. Again, if you didn't order the vegetarian option, you're not going to have the mushrooms. I'm just cooking all at the same time. I'm going to season the mushrooms from up high with some kosher salt and some black pepper. Great. I'm going to give them a little toss. You can use your tongs just to flip them over. And as soon as they're starting to feel a little bit soft and all looking golden brown, these are ready to go. So now everything's cooked and hot. We're going to bring it to the plate. I'm going to show you how to put it all together on the plate. All right, we've got all our ingredients hot. We're ready to bring it to the plate. So what I've done is I've arranged a few bowls to bring my food into. I'm going to gently move from the hot pan the gnocchi into a bowl, just so it's easier for me to plate. Okay, and I also, with my scissors, I'm gonna open the bags of the venison, which is now hot. It's been in the water for a good 8 minutes. And we're gonna empty that in a bowl, just so we're not dealing with like hot bags and things that could burn your hands. Same with the parsnip puree. Okay, squeeze this out. It'll be a lot easier to plate, parsley root puree, sorry. It'll be a lot easier to handle when it's in a bowl. So the first thing that goes on the plate is our puree. It's gonna take 1 spoon each, drop it in the middle, and spread it around. Spread it around. Beautiful. And then we're gonna take our gnocchi and we're gonna divide it into 2, again, right in the middle, right on top of that puree. Just let it fall naturally. Half the gnocchi on one plate, half the gnocchi on the other. Fantastic. Okay, and then our beautiful braised venison. Look at that, wow. We're gonna take our braised venison and place it very gently on top of the gnocchi, and you're gonna take a couple spoonfuls of that sauce, pour it right on top, and let it mingle with the gnocchi. And of course, if you are eating the vegetarian option, you're going to take your hen of the woods mushrooms, and you're gonna beautifully place those on top of your gnocchi. I mean, these are the kind of mushrooms that require a knife and a fork. They're so beautiful. And the last 2 pieces of the puzzle for this dish is the Brussels sprout leaves and the gremolata. So I'm just gonna take the Brussels sprout leaves, drop it in the water we use to heat everything up, just for literally 1 minute to get them hot. They're already cooked. I'm gonna take a perforated spoon and take them right back out, and we're gonna put them on the plate. Perfect. So I got my Brussels sprout leaves hot. I'm just gonna gently arrange them for color and vegetables right around the plate. And then each dish is going to get a pinch of gremolata. So this is dried orange zest and dried parsley. It's gonna beautifully bring out all the flavors. As this hits the warm liquid on the dish, it's gonna bloom. And that, my friends, is our plate for our main course, brasato al cervo, so braised venison and roasted hen of the woods mushrooms on potato gnocchi with parsley root puree, Brussels sprout leaves, and orange gremolata. It's gonna go beautifully with the Caudium alianico. I really can't wait to try this again together. Really beautiful dish. Thanks everyone. That's your dinner we brought to you this evening. Thank you to Pasquale Clemente at Masseria Frattasi for his beautiful wines. Thank you to Paul Perugini for his enduring partnership over the many years. And thank you to you for bringing us into your home tonight. We're so happy to be part of your evening and prepare this meal for you. Enjoy. Until next time, I'm John Sinopoli for Ascari.